Walt Disney is one of creativity, adventure, and most importantly, magic. I'm here to bring you all the latest Disney news, as well as share my own experiences and memories of this wondrous world. Join me as we delve into the world of yesterday, tomorrow, and fantasy.
Hello and welcome to the Disney News Show. Here's your host, CruellasFurCoat.
That's right, this is the Disney News Show. This is episode 7 on October the 30th, 2011. Now, this is a brand new show, so this is really episode 1, but it's going to replace my old Disney Mania show. So we're going to carry on. We did 6 episodes of Disney Mania, so this is episode 7. And we're going to get through all the Disney news this week from Walt Disney World and the Disneyland Resort. And then I'm going to tell you a bit more about my trip to Walt Disney World a couple of weeks ago. And that's going to be, I'm kind of just going to talk you through what I did and everything like that. So we're going to get to that at the end. But yeah, this is just a brand new show. Just going to bring you all the latest news from Walt Disney World and anything Disney. It's going to be great. So I hope you enjoy it. So let's get straight to the Walt Disney World news for this week. So, first thing, this week the Disney Print Traders at Downtown Disney has been redesigned to include more fun and playful visuals. These include a new logo for the store, as well as new artwork around kind of play on words of pins, including like Pinocchio and I want to be a princess and stuff like that. It's kind of, yeah, it's quite nice. And there's also a couple of new collages of hundreds of pins just kind of all together, which is great, just on boards and things. Absolutely fantastic. I love the Disney Pin Traders. It's a great place you need to visit when you go down to Downtown Disney. It's got the biggest selection at Walt Disney World and got loads of rare ones as well. It's a great place to trade. If you're looking to trade, it's always rammed full of just people looking to trade, and yeah, it's good. So I went there when I was in Walt Disney World and got a couple of pins, and it was good. So yeah, that is Disney Pin Traders. Got a kind of a new redesign. It wasn't closed for refurbishment or anything, but it's been since I went, so it's new, but yeah. Okay, so also on Wednesday, the electrical water pageant celebrated 40 years at Walt Disney World. The first performance of the electrical pageant was only a few weeks after the grand opening of Walt Disney World on October the 1st, 1971. So it was kind of after all the dedications to the park and things, which I think was on the 25th. So on the 26th, there was the first showing of the electrical water pageant. And it was actually just called the electrical pageant, as it was its first kind of name. And the pageant includes a multi-float sea serpent, which is one of my favourite things. And it kind of goes around the Seven Seas Lagoon. And nearly every night, when I was there, I saw it probably nearly every night from our room at the Grand Floridian. Had a view of the Seven Seas Lagoon, and so we could see it every night, which is really fantastic. So I love that electrical water pageant, and it's now 40 years old, so that's fantastic. Okay, that is the Walt Disney World news. Let's move on to the Disneyland. And something that was announced this week is when the new Buena Vista Street opens at Disney California Adventure next year. There's to be a new transportation system making its debut, and it's going to be called the Red Car Trolley, which is kind of an iconic thing from Los Angeles in the 20s and 30s. And these cars are going to transport guests from the park entrance down to the Tower of Terror. So it's going to be a good way to get around. And they're going to be really kind of cool looking cars, I think. This got some concept art on the Disney Parks blog if you want to check that out. So yeah, that is something about the Buena Vista Street. And also, if you want to find out more, they have released some new concept art this week about the shops and cafes, restaurants type things that you're going to find at the Buena Vista Street next year. So if you're looking for them, they're on the Disney Parks blog. Yep, that's good. So yeah, I think that's it. So Buena Vista Street looks really good. It's kind of that. It's going to be the new entrance to Disney California Adventure, which is going to appear next year. So yeah, it's going to be. I've never been to Disney California Adventure. I've never been to Disneyland, but from what I've seen, it's going to be a really nice enhancement to the park, along with Cars Land, obviously, which is coming next year. Okay, just some general parks news now. In this year's Wicked Gooey Apple Awards, the evil queen from Snow White has reigned supreme by winning 3 out of the 5 categories. Now, if you don't have a clue what this is, all it is kind of a awards kind of thing where the main Disney villains compete in different categories, and the evil queen has won this year. Last year, I think it was the evil queen as well. I think she won last year, but this year she won. The 3 categories she won were Sinister Stylings, and then Curses Foiled Again, and then Unfairest of Them All. So I love the evil queen. Maleficent and the Queen of Hearts also won an award. They won an award each, but obviously the queen wins overall. And yeah, so the queen is probably my second favourite villain after Cruella, obviously. I love Cruella, but the queen is definitely my second favourite. So yeah, that's good. And they do that every year, so we'll have to see you again next year. It's because of Halloween, isn't it? So I think they all have campaigns and things at Disneyland, which is all quite nice. So yeah, that is all the news for this week. Now, what I'm going to do over the next couple of weeks is tell you about what I did when I was in Disney World. So today we're going to start with day 1 and day 2, which were the 12th and 13th of October this year. Yep. So I left Manchester Airport at 11 AM on the 12th, and we went with Virgin, and it was a great flight. You got all your films and things, it's fantastic. The food was good. Yeah, everything was really fantastic, getting us ready for Disney World. I listened to a couple of Disney podcasts and things from like WDWNT and stuff like that. So it was really nice. So we got there to Orlando about 3 o'clock. So it was about a 9-hour flight, something like that. But then you take off 5 hours, don't you? So we got to Orlando International Airport at 3 o'clock. But then it was really easy, got our bags, everything got out, and then we took a taxi to the Grand Floridian. Got there for about 4, which was fantastic. It didn't take long. Checked in and everything, got to our room. All fantastic. We had 2 interconnected rooms with a view of the Magic Kingdom, which is absolutely incredible. Love that. So you could kind of see wishes and things every night, which is really, really nice. We then, by about 5:30, 6 o'clock, we got into the Magic Kingdom because I booked for us to go to the Crystal Palace at 8ish. So we all went round. We went on. Well, we went to see Space Mountain, but that had about a 60-minute wait, and we didn't want to do that. So we went across to Big Thunder Mountain, which had a less of a wait. So we rode that, then went to Pirates of the Caribbean, fantastic attraction, love that. So we did Pirates of the Caribbean as well. We then came back round to the Crystal Palace, but it was a bit early, and they said we'd have to wait quite a while, so we decided, and everyone was so tired after our big long journey, that we decided just to go back to the hotel, get some food there. So, but actually, as we were walking back down Main Street, the Main Street Electrical Parade was on, so we managed to watch that as well, which was really nice. Love the Electrical Parade. I love it. I've not seen Spectrum Magic, so I can't really compare. Okay, so we then got back to the Grand Floridian. We had some food at Gasparilla's, which is kind of the food court type cafe thing there, which is good. They had a pizza or something like that. So then we got outside and started eating, and then Wishes came on, so we got to see Wishes, which is really nice. I love Wishes. We watched it about 3 or 4 times when there, so really nice. Okay, that was the first day. We were all so tired, so we all got to sleep, and then so we could be ready for a full day of Magic Kingdom the next day. So we got up about 8:30, which is a bit late really. We didn't get into the park until 9:30. So we went to we got a bit of breakfast from the Main Street Bakery. Love that place. It's great for breakfast. If you're going to get breakfast at Magic Kingdom, go to the bakery. I'd always recommend it. They've got a fantastic cinnamon roll if you're looking for cinnamon roll, or just some cereal. Coffee's great, anything like that. So yeah, we did that. We then went across to Space Mountain, which thankfully had a shorter queue than it did the day before. Got on that, and we also got some fast passes to come back later on. But yeah, so we did that, and then I think a couple of people went to ride it again because it had such a short queue. I went on the People Mover, the Tomorrowland Transit Authority, which was the first time I'd actually been on it, and I really enjoyed that ride. It was great to just kind of have a look. I love that model of Epcot they've got. That's really fun. So yeah, that was nice to have a look round. Apart from that, I think the lights weren't working in Space Mountain. I remember it being just pitch black. So yeah, something was wrong with that. Next, we walked through Fantasyland, and a couple of our family wanted to go on Dumbo, so but it had a really long wait. So a couple of them went on Dumbo. We went across to Splash Mountain. So yeah, and rode that, which is fantastic. I love Splash Mountain. Didn't get too wet. We were near the back, so it was quite good. Didn't get too wet. We came back later in the day and did go back there. We then went and did Haunted Mansion. We all met up again after a bit. Went and did Haunted Mansion, and then back through into Fantasyland and did Small World and Peter Pan's Flight. It was then time for lunch, so we went to the Pinocchio Village House. Great place for anything you want, really. We just had some salads, I think. We had salads and some, I think they had yogurt and salad. I think that's what we had. So yeah, that was good. We then went and saw Mickey's Fell Magic, which I think is a fantastic 3D show. One of my favourite shows at Walt Disney World. Love that. Before going back and doing Pirates of the Caribbean again. So we went and did Pirates of the Caribbean there. Oh yeah, that was right. Then we went back and did our fast passes for Space Mountain before doing some other things in Space Mountain, like the Astro Orbiter and Monsters Inc. Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor, absolutely incredible. Next, a couple of our family wanted to go back to the resort because they were a bit tired and everything. But me and my dad and my other brother, we kind of stayed round in Tomorrowland and did the Carousel of Progress. I can't believe that. It's so good. I've never been on it before. Really, really fun. I love that show. Yeah, the music stays in your head for so long. Yeah, but I definitely recommend. If you've not seen Carousel of Progress and you're going down, definitely go and watch that. Okay, we then went across to Adventureland, did Jungle Cruise and the Magic Carpets of Aladdin, which are great rides. And before finally going back to the Splash Mountain, we got on the front and we got soaked. Yep. My little brother loves getting wet, so that was fantastic for him. I don't like it that much, but yeah, it was good anyway. So that was great. We got back to the Grand Floridian for about half 6 p.m. and the Halloween party was starting at 7, so we had to be out anyway. So that was good. I'd booked for us to go to Citrico's, which is a really nice restaurant at the Grand Floridian. That was for about 7:45. So we all got ready, had a shower and everything, and then went back up to Citrico's, had a fantastic evening, had a really nice meal. It was great because we're on the dining plan, and so it's really expensive, but because you're on the dining plan, you don't really realise, do you? And it was, even though it's 2 meals, kind of 2 tokens you use, it doesn't really matter. Okay, and also we had a window seat, and we managed to watch Hallowishes at 9:30. Hallowishes came on, and we got to watch it from Citrico's, which is a fantastic view. Although you can't hear the music or anything, so the music really makes it Hallowishes what Hallowishes is. But I really, really enjoyed that. So yeah, that was our first and second days. The next day we were going to Epcot, but I'm going to save that for next week's episode. So if you have any questions about the Disney news this week or what I did at Walt Disney World, then just send me a message, leave a comment, anything you want to do. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Disney News Show. It's going to be up every Sunday. I hope, anyway. I should be doing it every Sunday. And yeah, so there's going to be more stuff. If you've not seen my What I Got from Walt Disney World videos, then check them out. There, I'll leave a link on the screen up below or somewhere, so you can check that out. Also, actually, no, I think that's probably it. Happy Halloween, though. Halloween tomorrow. I hope everyone has a fantastic Halloween. You may have noticed that I'm wearing my Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party t-shirt. Yay! Which is really nice, and I've got my Halloween candles behind me. So yeah, that is it for this week. Today it is Sunday the 30th of October 2011. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you again next week. Thank you and goodbye.